Yeah. What's poppin'? Snacks on Sports. Y'all know I'm back with another one. You did. Snacks on Sports, man. I'm back with another one. End of the night. Voice kind of hoarse, you know what I'm saying? So my fault about that. But uh, yeah, I wanted to jump on this topic right here. Just because you know, my fault. Yeah. Yeah. So it seemed like whatever. Y'all can see me enough. So I wanted to just do one of these real quick on this one. Yeah, so we finna get into these Golden State Warriors. No, we ain't in no panic mode or nothing like that. This ain't one of those kind of rants. You know what I'm saying? This is more or less just a frustration kind of thing. Only because, so the Golden State Warriors first 15 games of the year started out 12-3. A surprisingly a somewhat surprising start for them this year. Unexpected, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's like totally a shocker, you know what I mean? This is a team that has won 4 championships since 2015, but everybody know the dynasty is on the back end, you know what I mean? In the last 2 years since winning their last championship in 2022, were subpar for their standard. You know what I'm saying? Last year they didn't even make the playoffs, even though they won 46 games, which is 2 more games than they won the previous year when they actually made the playoffs. They got bounced in the second round by the Lakers. So the Warriors have been, the vibes have been immaculate. You know what I mean? They're back as, one of the teams, being talked about, you know what I mean? As far as, hey, the Warriors is good. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of back in the, they back in a regularly scheduled, positioning that they've been basically over the past 10 years. Cheyenne was good. Steve Kerr on that. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into Steve Kerr. I got a couple. I'm gonna get into Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? You know how I would. I never, say that they can't be criticized, but yeah. But I'm gonna get into that Steve Kerr on that same bullshit again. I know he was going to lose when both Steph and Dre sat down from the 4-minute mark in the third quarter. From till the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Yeah, that right there was my biggest, issue with what the fuck type straw did these motherfuckers get? What the fuck type straw is this? You put the motherfucker in there and the shit is fucking, what the fuck, man? What the fuck What type straw did y'all give me? These motherfuckers is... You break in that car. I'm just messing with you. God bless. Good night. What's up, Michael Ferreira? Cream cheese is a soft, spreadable dairy product made from a combination of cream and milk, characterized by its smooth texture, mild flavor, and rich, tangy taste, often used as topping for bagels. Great to know that. Yeah, but hey, listen, I don't be eating McDonald's like that. I just had to go. I wanted to go get me a Sprite. So I just went over there and got me a fucking Sprite. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me a motherfucking straw that's flimsy than a motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers got going on. I got to drink this shit I got to drink my Sprite without the fucking, you know what I'm saying, straw and shit. Anyway. Let me get back to my spiel real quick. Warriors started out 12-3. It's a kind of surprising start to the basketball world, even though they got all these championships and shit. This is unexpected, you know what I'm saying? So the vibe's been good. The vibe's been all that, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of looked like, okay, they turned the corner from, you know what I mean, from all the bullshit and shenanigans of the past couple years, right? So then comes the past two games. What's today? So Saturday night against the San Antonio Spurs, and last night, which was Monday night, against the Brooklyn Nets. Two teams that are not good teams and are, you know, most likely not going to be in the postseason. So then, now, it's an 82-game season. It's a long season. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the course of an 82-game season, you're going to have a loss or two like this, you know what I'm saying, for any good team, you know, throughout the course of the season. So I understand that. That's why there ain't no panic or nothing like that. But the thing about it, and the reason why I'm doing this live about this specific topic right here, is because for the Warriors, it's a little bit more than just this. You know, this happens a few times throughout the year, even though it does. But for the Warriors, it's a little different than that, because this has been their problem the past 2 years. So that's why I was saying it looked like the first 15 games, they kind of turned the corner with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it showed its head again these past two games, right? The past 2 years individually, okay, 22-23 and 23-24, those two seasons, then I can go back and think about 5 to 10 games that the Warriors lost, 5 to 10 games in the 22-23 season and 5 to 10 games in the 23-24 season that the Warriors lost after being up 15 to 20 points. And a few of those games, even a little bit more than that, maybe 20, 25 point leads. You know what I'm saying? Now, we understand that with the 3-point ball, you know what I mean? In this era of basketball, that no lead is really safe like that. You know what I mean? Until it's 5-6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and you up 15 to 20 points. And even then, you still got to kind of like, I done seen many teams blow leads, you know what I'm saying? Late, you know what I mean? In this era over the past 5 or so years or whatever, just because it can change quick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say I understand, you know what I mean? But like I said, with the Warriors, I'm giving them somewhat of a benefit of the doubt, but not a complete benefit of the doubt, because they've done this a lot. Okay. last year, if they win, well, we had the Draymond thing last year where he was suspended for like 29 games. If Draymond is not suspended for 29 games, and I think in those 29 games that he was out, they went 14 and 15. So they won 14 games, lost 15 games. I'm thinking with Draymond Green, they at least win 5 more. I'm saying that at the least. So instead of going 14 and 15, I say they go if I'm gonna give them 5 more wins, and I got to give them 5 less losses. So that'll be 14. That'll be 19 and 10. You know what I'm saying? I say they would have been 19 and 10 in those 29 games. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, if they don't 5, 6, 7, 8 games where they was up 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points or so, they probably get across the 50 win mark, and then they're not even in the play-in. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing for the year before that. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing. They probably blew even more games. You know what I'm saying? So Saturday night against the Spurs, all right, bet. It happens. You lost that one. They came back. You know what I mean? That was the second night of a back-to-back. That's no excuse. No excuse at all. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All right, bet. You lost that one. The very next game against the Brooklyn Nets, you do the same thing. So against the San Antonio Spurs, they get an 18-point lead. They're up 18 points in the third quarter. They lose the game. Against the Atlanta, I keep saying Atlanta because I'm thinking about Dennis Schroeder, and I'm thinking about when he was on the Hawks. The Brooklyn Nets, they had a 17-point lead, or they had a 17-point lead against the Spurs on Saturday night and lost that game. And then they had an 18-point lead last night against the Brooklyn Nets at home and ended up losing that game. This is the first time that we blew a lead. We actually blew another lead earlier in the season, but they was able to finish it off and win the game against the Houston Rockets. They was up fucking 30. Fucking 30 points, blew the whole fucking lead. The game went into overtime, and then Kuminga did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That was a game that Steph Curry didn't play, though, but still. Yep, 30 points. So I don't give a fuck. You got up 30 points without Steph Curry. So it's just, but anyway, they ended up pulling that one out. So last night, okay, I didn't watch the game really. You know what I'm saying? It's Thanksgiving week. So I went to go pick up my son from daycare. You know what I'm saying? He 2 years old, you know what I mean? So he's still in daycare, And so when I pick up my son from daycare and we went to the mall, you know what I mean? Because I had to pick up a couple of things to get prepared for, Thanksgiving week. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm at the mall last night while the game is on. And then, I guess about halftime of the game, we leave. It was at the mall, kind of late. It's about 8 o'clock, something like that. That's pretty late to be at the mall because the mall's closed at 9 or something like that. So about 7:30 or something like that, we left. And so I'm listening to the game. I mean, I can watch the game on my phone, but I just was listening to it. Actually, I was listening to it because my son had my phone watching some shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to it on the radio. You know what I mean? And they was doing their thing or whatever. And I wasn't really paying attention to the game like that. I just know that at one point when I finally did start watching the game, that the score at one point on my phone and the Warriors was up 9 or 10 points. I never knew that they was up 18, you know what I'm saying, until later on. But I just seen they was up like 9 or 10 points. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's like the third quarter. I'm like, okay, cool. When I finally sat down to watch the game, and it was basically like the beginning of the fourth quarter. They was down 3 points. I'm like, what the fuck? So then, as I'm watching the game, I'm hearing that they had an 18-point lead and all that. So I'm like, okay, so they done blew another lead for the second game in a row. And then I'm watching that game for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I couldn't even finish watching it. I'm like, I'm not finna watch this, bro. Like it was when I started watching the game, it was early fourth quarter, about 8 or 9 minutes ago. Steph and Dre wasn't in the game. You know what I mean? They was getting ready to come back up in the game. You feel me? But they wasn't in the game when I started watching. So then they ended up coming back in the game. I seen a couple plays with them, and I just didn't like what I was seeing. And I'm like, I knew in my head they was going to lose. I just stopped watching the game. I just went and did something else. I'm like, I'm not finna watch them because this is going to frustrate me. So I'm like, I'm not even going to watch it. And sure enough, I start doing some other shit, end up falling asleep, and in the middle of the night, got up and thought about, oh shit, I don't actually know the final of the Warriors game. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it on my phone and see that they lost 108-100, and that just fucked up my night. You know what I mean? Fucked up the rest of my sleep. And it shouldn't. And the thing about it, the reason why I'm saying that it shouldn't is because I came into the season with no expectations. I came into the season like not expecting them to do nothing because I didn't want to do this to myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get all riled up. It's a new season, this and that. I didn't want to get myself into a situation where I know what it is. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, the dynasty's come to an end. I'm satisfied. 4 rings. I'm good. I'm satisfied with where we at. I'm satisfied, I'm satisfied with the championships that they've already given me as a fan. So I'm good. I'm just going to enjoy watching them. Clay's gone, so I'm just going to enjoy watching the rest of this dynasty and this era with Steph and Dre and Steve Kerr as the coach and Looney and, everybody that's been here for a while, you know what I'm saying? And then they start out how they start out. And I'm still like, I'm not getting all, the first game that got me to a point to where I kind of raised an eyebrow was when they went to Boston and beat Boston. I'm like, okay, I think the Warriors got a little something here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not. And even right now, I'm still not. But the frustration of them losing back-to-back games the way they did, it's just hard not to get frustrated as a fan. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm doing this live, because it's like, I knew it. That's why the title of this episode is The Warriors Just Back on That Bullshit. Okay? Because it's the same shit that they did last year, the same shit they did the year before that. And I thought they had turned the corner this year and they had got rid of these demons where they get up by a big lead and then blow the lead for whatever reason, okay? Because of turnovers or because of just lackadaisical play, because you done got up and so you feel comfortable and then the other team starts to make a run and now they got the momentum and then you just can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is just like, man, this was the last 2 games was basically a reminder for me, to myself, to tell myself, Jada, calm down. Just let the season play out how it's gonna play out, but don't get yourself into expecting, the 2016, 2017 Warriors. Not that I was ever expecting that, but I'm saying like the past 2 games was just a reminder for me of why I came into this season with no expectations, with expecting the team to, still be a good team, but to probably make the playoffs, win a round and get bounced. You know what I mean? Or win a round or two and get bounced type shit. That's what I expect. You know what I'm saying? But the way they started out looks like how they've been playing. It looks like this is a championship contending team. You know what I'm saying? Over the past week, they've been out. I know it's early in the season. Okay. So you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but over the past week, they've been like the number one seed. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like old times again. You feel me? But the last two losses is just the loss last night made it worse. If you would have won that game, then you could kind of throw out the previous game, which you got to throw it out anyway. But to have back-to-back losses where you're up big late in the game and you lose both of those games to inferior teams that are not going to make the playoffs this year, it's frustrating, bro, because it's like, I thought we was past this, man. I thought we was, you know what I mean? I thought we was better than this now. You know what I mean? So what that shows me is, like I said, they back on that bullshit, and this shows me that it's still some of that last year's team in there. They ain't fully just eradicated that the blowing lead thing. You know what I'm saying? They still blowing leads, or at least the last two games. I do feel like this team is better this year, and they will, not blow as many leads this year. But like I said, just like me saying that I'm setting myself up. So, now, I'll say this. These blown leads and shit, you feel me, over the past couple years, anytime it's a big blown lead, I always put the majority of the blame on the star players, because the team, you star players and the rest of the team, y'all did y'all job by getting up. Okay, you got to understand that this is professional sports. A team is going to make a run. Okay, so you expect a run. It's on your star players to be able to bring it home and close it out, though. You know what I'm saying? Once you see that the team, the opponent, all right, they turning it up now. They making a little run. It's time for our star players, Steph. Yeah, so that way, you know what I mean, we can bring the game home, right, and get the win. And I do that. I'm gonna put the majority of the blame on. However, on the players, you know what I mean, on star players when a big lead is blown like that, because the star players gotta close it out. Okay. However, and y'all know how I feel about Steve Kerr. Y'all know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan, the coaches of my teams that I root for. Okay, especially these coaches that have had success. I know Kyle Shanahan hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, but you know what I mean? That's all he hasn't done. He just got to close it. He just got to close it out. But for Steve Kerr, I've always said this. Overall, I'm always going to trust Steve Kerr. I don't have any issue with, but it's still that the one issue that I want to bring up that I have is what Cheyenne addressed. Cheyenne said LeBron and the Fakers out here getting spanked by the Suns. The refs can't bail them out. I seen that earlier today. I seen that earlier tonight. I'm like, man, these motherfucking Fakers. And Bronny James, it's a fucking shame, bro. A guaranteed all NBA contracts is guaranteed, but I'm just saying, a 4-year contract, this motherfucker is cheeks. Like, you're in the G League, you can't play down there, they dogging your ass down there, now you're out indefinitely. This shit got to be investigated, bro. like straight up. But anyway, Steve Kerr. The only issue that I understand, so my thing is like this. Like, I understand the rotations and the not wanting to have these players overexert energy throughout the course of the season to, you want to save the best for last, you know what I'm saying? For the, you want to save them, throughout the season for the playoffs and all that, you know what I'm saying? So they can be healthy for the playoffs and be fresh and all that. And I understand that, but my thing is when that's something to me, that's something that should go from game to game. Like it should be a game to game thing. Okay. So it shouldn't just be, this is going to be the rotation. This is going to be what the minutes is. I don't care what happens in the game. I'm not going to bring Steph Curry back in until this minute and this and that. Like you can't do that, bro. You gotta we lost the previous game after having a big lead. So now the very next game, when you see that the team is that the lead is slipping, those are the times where you make the decision to say, as a coach, okay, yeah, I know I want to, maintain the minutes at a certain, and these motherfuckers ain't playing more. They ain't averaging more than, nobody's averaging more than 30 minutes a game. It's a 48-minute game, bro. Y'all act like playing 30, 35 minutes is just a travesty for these players. Motherfuckers get out here getting paid $50-60 million and you don't want to play them 35 minutes. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck is we doing? So for me, it should be game to game. It should be a game to game thing. The game last night with the scenario that we were in with losing the previous game by blowing a big lead late in the game, that means, okay, we got to win this game. As a coach, I got to make sure we're going to win this game. So instead of it's not like the part where fans get frustrated at with Steve Kerr with this is because it's like, okay, we know the majority of the games you're going to do your subs and your substitutions and your rotations the way you want to, the way that it's structured, the way you got it mapped out to go. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it should be game to game. It's not going to hurt Steph Curry or Draymond Green if you wanted to bring them in at the 8-minute mark, but you see how the game is going, so you bring them back. You wanted to bring them in between 7 and 8 minutes, but instead of bringing them in at 7 and 8 minutes, you bring them in with 10 minutes to go. In the fourth quarter, it's like it's not going to hurt them to play an extra 2-3 minutes, dog. Like those 2 or 3 minutes can be the difference in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like what fans get frustrated at is seeing us have a big lead. Our star players are not in the game, in particular Steph Curry, and and Steve Curry just sitting there just letting the lead just dwindle until now. And you know what I'm saying? Now we down 3, 4, 5 points, and now you want to put Steph Curry and Draymond Green back in the game, cold in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And want them to go win the game now. It's like, bro, you should have put them back in the game, bro, when the league got trimmed down to like 5. You know what I'm saying? To get them a few possessions to warm up to, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, does that guarantee that they would have won the game? it don't guarantee that they would have won the game. It would definitely make the fans feel better. And I know you can't make basketball decisions off what the fans want you to do. I understand that. I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying that just seems like a logical thing to do. It seems like he's more stuck on, no, I'm not going to put him in until this mark, until these many minutes have passed, and until this time in the fourth quarter. And it's like, sometimes you got to deviate off that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say, all right, you know what I mean? I got to throw him back in a little bit sooner. You know what I'm saying? To make sure we win this game. You know what I mean? It's frustrating, bro, because you're like, damn, bro, like the outcome of the game could have been different. You know what I'm saying? So then now, like I said, ultimately it's on the players because it's on y'all to maintain what y'all been doing. Y'all got up and then y'all blew the lead. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? They only had 13 turnovers. That's hella good. You know what I mean? I would have thought they would have had hella turnovers and shit. They didn't, you know what I mean? But a lot of, they had 7 turnovers in that second half, which means they only had 6 in the first half if they had 13 in total for the game. But the 7 in the second half, the difference was the Spurs scored like 21, 23 points off of those turnovers. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do as much with the turnovers that they gave us. And the turnovers came at a time when they were making their run. It just came at a time when they was making their run. You know what I'm saying? And so, fucking, so basically, bro, yeah, those turnovers came, when the Brooklyn Nets were making their run, and Dennis Schroeder. It's something about Dennis Schroeder, that throughout the years we've had a few players that we call quote unquote warrior killers. That even if they're not star players, it seemed like whenever they played the Warriors, they would play good. I remember Will Bynum when he was with the Denver Nuggets. It seemed like every time he played us, man, he just, Will Bynum just went off. You know what I'm saying? And it's a few other players that was like that. And Dennis Schroeder is like that. No matter what team he's on, you know what I mean? Whenever he plays the Warriors, it seems like he plays very well. You know what I'm saying? And he was the driving force for them coming back. You know what I mean? In the second half. And then, like, it's the Brooklyn Nets, bro. Like, come on, like, who do they got, bro? Like, you know what I mean? They got all type of players injured, and that's the team y'all lost to. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like, it's like, come on, bro. So now the vibes from the fans and everything is kind of back to being like, now they back to blaming Steve Kerr and this and that. And like I said, I understand the frustration. You know what I mean? My critique of Steve Kerr is more, I feel like it's more logical than most fans. You know what I'm saying? The substitution rotation thing, I totally get, okay? And like I said, I didn't watch the game, but from what I hear, Moody was going off in the first half. Moody had a very good first half, okay? And for whatever reason, he didn't play as much in the second half. It's like, why? And that leads me to Pods. It's like this, bro. I understand why, the coaching staff and Steve Kerr likes to play him. I can see it with my own eyes. Like, he does the winning things. Like he You know, you know, he's a somewhat of a playmaker. He takes charges. You know what I mean? He isn't like a great defender, but the effort is always there. He's a great rebounder for a guard. He's just scrappy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why he plays. However, right now, and like I said, and last year he made the all rookie team. You know what I mean? So he did his thing as a rookie. This is his second year. He's having a bit of a sophomore slump right now. All it is he's not really having. The only thing he's not doing, he's not shooting the ball well. Okay, he's not shooting the ball well, and sometimes his defense isn't as where you would want it to be. You know what I mean? As far as being able to stay in front of his man. Okay. And so that's leading a lot of us to say, okay, how long is this going to, like, he's struggling a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I fuck with Pods, you know what I mean? But it's like, right now, Steve Kerr, Pods is he's struggling a little bit. So that don't mean just go away from him and just sit him on the bench and don't play him type shit. You know what I mean? But let Moody come on, man. Let Moody get up in there and do it. And I'm not one of these, Moses Moody, this, that, blah, blah. You niggas been ranting and raving about Moses Moody a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Since he's been a Warrior. Like, he's some type of motherfucker that's going to come in to replace Klay Thompson, and he's like he's a nice, solid young player. But but I do see him getting better, especially this year. I feel like Moses Moody is kind of ready to take off. You know what I'm saying? Not like take off and be like an all-star player, but just take off and be one of those players that can really, really contribute to us going far, making a deep run and winning. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Moses Moody, his offensive game right now is a little bit more it's a little bit more feasible right now than what Brandon Podziemski is doing. I would like to maybe see Podziemski's, minutes kind of don't not play him, but maybe, take a little bit of minutes away from him and give some of those minutes to Moody. You know what I mean? Or somebody else that's, you know what I mean? But let's see here. I'm not seeing the chat no more. I wonder why that is. Let's see here. Chat filter. Top messages, all messages. Okay, there we go. Okay. Man. Hey, my fault. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I couldn't see shit. Papa J, what up? What up, Papa J? Oh yeah, LeBron, Joker, yeah. I don't know what's up with the Nuggets. Right now, it seems like the only team the Nuggets play good against is the Lakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Papa J, if you sent that what up a little while ago, and I didn't see it, man. My settings was stuck on only the top comments being seen, and I just switched it to where I can see all comments. So my bad about that. You know what I'm saying? He probably logged in and logged out. But yeah. Oh man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I did an episode a couple days ago. Cheyenne said, "What are my thoughts on the new All Star Game format?" So I did an episode a couple episodes ago where um, I talked about the you know I talked about how they're talking about the ratings are down. You know what I'm saying? And I gave my reasonings for it. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I said is that because I heard people talking about it on the radio today, and they were talking about, they was giving out all of these different reasons, blah blah. And a lot of that stuff, they was talking about, maybe politics is too much involved, and the players not playing, the load management and all that. You know what I'm saying? The 3-point shot and all that. All that may have a little bit something to do with it, but the most thing that I think has to do with the NBA viewership being down is just the fact that there's too many mediocre to bad teams, and or too many teams that have players that people just don't fucking know who these players are. Like, I'm an avid NBA. I started playing basketball at 8, 9 years old, and so I've been into the NBA since then, my nigga. And like, so I'm an avid NBA fan. Like, I know role players, bum stars, superstars, legends. I know all players. And if you ask me to name 3 players from the Detroit Pistons right now, I could probably give you 2. I could give you Cade Cunningham, and I could give you Isaiah Stewart. That's it. I can give you Cade Cunningham because I know that he was their number 1 pick a few years ago, and I can give you Isaiah Stewart because I know he's a fucking head case. Okay? If you ask me to give you name 2 players from the Orlando Magic, or name 3 players from the Orlando Magic, I can't. I can give you Paolo Banchero. I can give you Paolo Banchero. I can give you the white boy, the European player. I forget his name. I know who he is, but I forget his name. And then I know they had Greg Anthony's son over there, Cole Anthony or something like that. I don't know if he's still with the team, but I know he was there last year or whatever. But yeah, that's it. If you ask me to name 3 players from the Portland Trailblazers, I can't do it. I could give you the rookie from last year, oh boy, and I can't even remember his name right now. But you know what I'm talking about, when he had the little mini fro. He worked out with Steph Curry and all that before he got drafted. And I can give you DeAndre what's his name? The big man that came from the fucking Suns. That's over there now. DeAndre Ayton. I can give you that's it. I can I could give you the other boy. I know his name, but I'm the little light skinned cat. You know what I'm saying? Name's on the tip of my tongue. But so I can't. But I'm saying that's it, bro. I can't get, like, when I was growing up, bro. I could tell you 6, 7 players that was on every team, my nigga. So my point is that, Cheyenne, you asked me about I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but you asked me what's my thoughts on the All-Star Game format. How that relates to what I'm saying is because basically I'm saying that I feel like basically It's not enough name brand players on these teams. When I was growing up, every team had at least 1 or 2 stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Now, you know what I'm saying? It isn't like that. And so because of that, so now when you get a Tuesday night and you got a game like the Detroit Pistons versus the Indiana Pacers, like, who wants to watch that? And I'm a fan that it don't have to be just my team for me to watch. I like watching the game, period. You know what I'm saying? So I want to watch basketball. I want to watch sports. I want to watch football. It ain't got to just be the Niners. I'll watch, you know what I mean? I'll just watch football. So it's the same with basketball. But I'm sorry. I have no interest in watching the Detroit Pistons play the Portland Trailblazers. Or seeing the Indiana Pacers play the fucking Utah Jazz. I have no interest in that at all. And I'm an avid sports fan. So the casual fan, you definitely ain't gonna get them to watch. So so my point is, there are too many of those type of games. You know what I'm saying? Every night. You know what I mean? You'll have a night. You have a Tuesday. What's today? Tuesday. Yeah. You have a Tuesday night slate of games. Let's say you'll have, 12 games, 10, 11 games. Let's say 12 games, and out of those 12, 9 of them will be games that absolutely I have no interest in. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's the reason why the ratings are down. To me, that's the biggest reason why the ratings are down, is because there's not enough good teams, and the games, the teams that are playing, like, they're not enough sexy games. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's just not enough. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of games where you look at the schedule and you say, oh, I gotta watch that. You know what I mean? It's just not. So now, how that relates to the All-Star game format is so I'm saying, so to me, Cheyenne, I feel like on some real shit, the NBA is killing this brand right now, bro. They're killing their brand, bro, because you changing up too much shit. Like, to me, in my opinion, this is just me. I never had no problem with the All-Star game to begin with. Like, none. Absolutely no problem. They should have just left that shit East versus West. See, you see what happens when you try to change shit. Changing shit don't always make it better. You know what I'm saying? They should have just left it how it was, bro. Traditional East versus West. And I know it was the whole thing, well, a lot of the star players are in the West and the East don't got... Man, those types of things generally, you know, even and balance themselves out. You know what I'm saying? There was a while there a few years ago where it seemed like everybody was going to the East. Remember when Kyrie was in Brooklyn and KD was in Brooklyn, and then now you got Giannis over there, you got Embiid over there. You know what I mean? James Harden was over there with Brooklyn, and then with Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? You got Boston with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So those things kind of like balance themselves out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to change it just because for a short time period, maybe a few years, there were, you know, a few more star players on the West than on the East. So fucking what? Or, you know what I mean? Like, or the only thing the one that I kind of fuck with, if you still keep it East versus West, but then do the captain thing where you say, okay, the top vote getter from the East is the captain, they get to pick, and the top vote getter from the West is the captain, they get to pick, and and everybody is available, East or West, and then you like I liked it that year when we had KD and but Steph Curry ended up playing on a separate team than KD, you know what I'm saying? In the All-Star game, like that format, that change up was cool. I don't have a problem with that. But anything beyond that, I just feel like I totally feel like with whatever this new All-Star game format is, between that and the NBA Cup, I just totally feel like the NBA is killing its brand, bro. It's just you don't got to do all of that shit, bro. Like the brand it sells itself. It's like you don't got to do all that. Like they too busy. Sometimes you can too much listen to the outside world and what the public thinks, and like, so what if motherfuckers think, like, I never had a problem, they say, oh, well, the All-Star game, they don't play into the fourth quarter and they're scoring 150 points, and it's so fucking what? It's an All-Star game, bro. It's for the fans. It's an exhibition game. It's a game for all of the superstars of the league to play one game, and it's for the fans. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun. Like, bro, All-Star Week, bro, growing up, bro, for me, was like, it was always something you look forward to, bro. And I still look forward to it. I still look forward to All-Star Weekend. And it's dope that this year it's going to be here, you know what I mean, in the Bay Area. So that's dope. But, yeah, whatever they doing right now, with whatever format, I don't even understand what it is. I don't even give a fuck, because I don't like it. Whatever I do understand of it, I don't like it, and I think it's going to contribute to the NBA killing its brand, bro. You because they trying to change up too much shit. They trying to change up too much shit when they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I feel about that. I don't get what the fuck. Too many teams play the same play. Also, Adam Silver only promotes the Queen from LA. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, that's another thing I think that's part of it. Fans don't like this era of player. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm not hating on no player getting their money. If you hurt, sit out and this and that. The thing that fans have a problem with, bro, is like these players, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole player and like they run the fucking league. Like that's what I love about the NFL. NFL ain't letting them niggas get, we'll pay you all this money, we'll pay you. But when it comes to decisions that's being made and who actually has the control, I mean, no, we got the motherfucking control. Like, you players ain't got control over shit. Fuck that. Like, because if you do, then look what happens. And just like you said, Cheyenne, this started with LeBron James. This whole player empowerment and this and that, but okay, cool. To a certain extent, it didn't went overboard now. It didn't went overboard, bro. These players got too much fucking power. And I think that's another thing that has contributed. You know what I mean? A lot of fans feel like these motherfucking players, these NBA players, they not as passionate about the game as the players of yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They just love what the game brings them. The fame, the money, the fortune, the bitches, the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by the shit that they wear, the shit that they wearing walking into the motherfucking arena. These motherfuckers got blouses on and wearing all type of crazy ass shit. And I'm not one to hate on what another man wearing. I don't give a fuck what the next man wear. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying, it's just some of that shit just be looking crazy. They more concerned about what the fuck they wearing than actually going out there to go win. You know what I'm saying? And the fans can sense that. You know what I mean? Like some fans may be. A lot of fans may be dumb and stupid when it comes to getting emotional about their team once they lose and they want to fire this motherfucker, get rid of it. They may not know what the fuck they talking about when it comes to that. But fans can sense when players and the team ain't trying to win, or when players don't really care. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all players are like that, but you can just tell, bro, that these players, they don't, they don't respect nothing. You know what I mean? They just want to do what they want to do. They want to play when they want to play. Don't want to play when they want to play, but they want to get all their money. You know what I'm saying? They want to get all the credit when the team do good, but they want to put the blame all off on somebody else when the team ain't doing well. So the NBA is just, and Adam Silver has allowed for this to happen. Rest in peace, David Stern. David Stern would have never. Okay? He ain't having it. He ain't having it, nigga. Fuck that. Period, point blank. David Stern ain't having it. National Brawn Association. It's sad. It's sad. The National Brawn Association. That's what the fuck it is. Y'all done let this nigga come in and, man, he, like, all the shit y'all get, man, y'all owe everything to Michael Jordan, nigga. Michael Jordan is even in LeBron's own era, Steph Curry deserves all that shit that y'all giving to LeBron. You know what I mean? I better see Cannon in the motherfucking league, yeah, nigga. Fuck that. Cannon better be in the league, you know what I'm saying, off the top. Because if y'all gonna let Bronny come in, come on, man. Bronny is like me out there, bro. Straight up. Bronny is like me out there. That's like, hey, come on, man. I can go out there and do what he doing. Come on, man. You're not gonna sit up there and tell me I can give you 2-3 points right now. I can give you 2-3 points a game. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. But I can give you that. You know what I'm saying? It's LeBron's league, the only billionaire to play. Plus his numbers don't lie. Rilo Ross. That's the problem. It's LeBron's league. That's the problem. Okay, when you say it's LeBron's league, what do you mean by that? Because if it's LeBron's league, because when it was Jordan's league, it was really Jordan's league, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? When it was Jordan's league, only Jordan was winning. In LeBron's league, Steph winning, KD winning, Kawhi winning, Giannis winning, Jokic winning, Tatum winning. It's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that's eating. No, Dirk Nowitzki is winning. You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan is winning. I mean, come on, man. So I'm saying what we saying about LeBron, bro, is that, you feel me? LeBron has ushered in this era of player empowerment that I agree with to a certain extent, but you can't let these players have all the fucking power. You just can't do it. You feel me? Do you see the cars that? Do you see the car? Do you see the calls that LeBron don't get? And Michael Jordan didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs for 7 years. Bro, Jordan won 3 championships in a row, Brody. Retired from the league to go play a whole nother sport in his prime, to go play fucking baseball. That's probably a harder sport to play than fucking basketball, and then came back and won 3 more in a row. Like LeBron been in the league going in 21, 22 years, and he still ain't achieved everything. He still don't have the achievements that Michael Jordan had, the ones that count. If you play long enough, all of those counting numbers, you know what I'm saying? The total points, okay, because you done played hella long. But you still don't got more rings. You still don't got more MVPs. Like, bro, it's not even, like, bro, like Jordan didn't need to do all of that, bro. Like, Jordan did what he did and got up out of there because he wasn't chasing LeBron is continuously chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan. There was no, there was no, Jordan wasn't chasing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no talk of no GOATs before Jordan. Jordan is the reason why we have a GOAT talk. You know what I'm saying? He set the precedent for what's going on right now. LeBron is a great player, but he ain't better than Michael Jordan, bro. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? And all we saying is that LeBron has helped usher in this era of just softness in the NBA, bro. Like, period, point blank. The owners have had too much power for so long. It's time to turn the tables, especially young black athlete. Bro, like, you got to understand what you're saying, bro. Like, the owners are the owners. Like, they own, like, if you, like, the owners own the team, bro. Like, they, like, if they own it, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't turn over something to somebody if you don't own, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the players got to understand, bro, like, because, you know, the players will say, well, ain't no league without us and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's true. But at the same time, the owners can say, you ain't a motherfucking multi-millionaire without us. We got money without the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Most of these NBA owners, you know what I'm saying, they got rich doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones that it was their daddy team and then it got passed down to them. Okay, that's one thing. I'm talking about the original owners of the team. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even understand. Like, it's like in the NBA, the players have, like, there's no type of you know, like, they get everything they want, bro. You get guaranteed, you get guaranteed contracts, regardless if you play or not. You know what I mean? Like, your contract is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like, the players already get too much in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? LeBron got all the script writers on his side, Adam Silver and the referees, and he still can't beat Steph Curry and the Warriors at full strength. That's all I'm saying. Yet the mainstream media say he the GOAT. It's getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's getting pretty sad. You know what I mean? But, and look, he's still in the league right now. Look what happened tonight. They'll make some, he old now. Okay, well, get your ass out the fucking league then. Because right now, like, why is he still playing, bro? Why? What more else do he, you know what I mean? Now, I am one that's of the mind thought of, if a professional athlete just wants to continue to play and they can, I'm not against that. You know what I mean? Because once you're done, you're done. You don't get to do that again. So I'm not ever going to tell somebody to just retire. But I'm just saying, bro, for LeBron James at this point, come on, bro. What more else? There's, you know, if you're not planning to continue to, he ain't going to win no fucking more championships, bro. That's out. You know what I'm saying? The guys could definitely get together and make their own league and pay their own salaries. Not, bro, that's not, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people say that, Rallo, but I just don't believe that. Look at what happened and look with the big three. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not, there ain't gonna, like, they won't be able to do that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They won't be able, it just won't happen, bro. Like, it's so much shit that go into these leagues, bro, and these TV contracts, and like, it's so much shit that we don't even understand that go into that, bro. Like, it sounds good in theory, bro, but no, the players ain't finna, you, like where the, like, because all of this, who gonna build this, where they gonna get the stadiums from? Where they gonna play? Like, bro, like the stadiums that these franchises play at, like the players ain't gonna be like, it's more than just your little 200 million you got in the bank. And I say that facetiously because 200 million, but I'm saying that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it, bro. Like, you need billions to be able to compete with the NBA. The NBA just signed a TV contract. They just signed a TV contract. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know all the details and I'm in that side of it, but I do know that they just signed a new TV contract with TNT or with ESPN and ABC or TNT or whatever and all that shit for something like $7 billion or some crazy shit over the next 10 years or some shit like that. Like, it's not just a whole bunch of rich athletes coming together, putting their money together, and now we're going to have a league and we can compete against, because that's how Steph Curry is able to get 60 million a year. It's the infrastructure and the format that the NBA is built off of, is how he's able to get paid that type of money. You know what I'm saying? If you go try to go form your own league and all that, so players ain't gonna get, they can go do whatever the fuck they want to do. What they got to understand is, you ain't gonna be getting paid 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year. Go start your own league. You ain't gonna be getting paid that much money, bro. You know what I'm saying? At all. Not even close to that. So, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds good in theory, but that's not really realistic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not realistic. You know what I mean? The NBA has been good to black people and black athletes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even like getting into all of that, because, you feel me? Especially in sports. Sports it's not about that. Sports is the one place where you get all type of different, people, races that come from different backgrounds and all that come together for, one common goal on a team to win. You know what I mean? It ain't about your race, this and that and blah, like, and if we do want to turn it into that, I think the NBA has done a pretty good job for black athletes. You know what I'm saying? That's partly part of the reason why a lot of people think that the NBA brand is dying a little bit. Maybe not necessarily dying. Maybe that's too harsh of a statement, but that the viewership and the ratings is down, because they feel like they done got too political with the Black Lives Matter and with the, you know what I mean, with all the woke shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sports is supposed to be where you get away from all that. You know what I'm saying? So that, I don't think that's one thing we can criticize the NBA on. This is whether they have been good to the black athlete. I think they've been good to the black athlete. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You just mentioned the fact that LeBron James is a billionaire. You feel me? LeBron James ain't a billionaire without the NBA. You feel me? So why wouldn't he still play if he had love for the game? It don't matter. Did you ask Tom Brady that? No, I just said that. I just said that, though. You know what I'm saying? So I just said, I'm not gonna ask him to stop. I'm just saying when you really look at it, okay, because this is what you gotta remember about, and I'm glad you said that. You did clear that. Okay, yeah. But I'm glad you said that, though, because it's a difference, you know what I'm saying, even between Tom Brady and LeBron James. You gotta understand, Tom Brady, late into his career, he was still contending and winning championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was still winning championships. He was still contending for championships. LeBron James is not playing for championships right now, bro. He's playing for, I want to play with my son. Like, come on, bro. Like, what? This is the first athlete in fucking sports history to ever do this kind of shit, bro. Bro, it's like, okay, a part of you says, okay, it is cool, But it's like, bro, Bronny is not an NBA player, bro. And then they want to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. Bro, both of them were bona fide MLB professionals. Bona fide. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both earned that. Like, everybody can see Bronny James did not earn this, bro. They actually even have me fooled. You know what I'm saying? Because even when he was high school, they tell me, oh, he's this ranked, the 22nd, 30-something ranked high school prospect and this and that, blah, blah. Bro, he was never, bro, when you go back and if you think about it, and you go back and you do your research, bro, Bronny was never even the best player on none of his teams. When he was in high school, he wasn't the best player on his team. In college, he wasn't the best player on his team. That's all privilege, bro, that he got to this point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's because his last name is James. It just is what it is. You feel me? Okay. Look, bro. LeBron just won in 2020, and we're not gonna say the Lakers are bad because it's early. Bernie is in developmental purposes. The only setback was his heart condition. Bronny is a developmental purpose. Only setback was his heart condition. The more he plays, the better. I do agree. Yeah, the more he plays, the better he's going to get. What I'm saying, it's forced, bro. Like, there's no other, it's like, this don't happen for nobody else, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, what Bronny in the G League, he's able to be like, I'm not going to Bronny ain't playing all the G League games. He only going to play home G League games. He ain't playing away. The fuck, what G League player can say that? So I'm saying he's getting certain privileges, and like, he not even balling down there. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't to talk shit about Bronny, bro. I'm just calling it how I see it, bro. These is just facts, my nigga. Like, it just is what it is. You feel me? But yeah, the more, like, now they're gonna force it and try to, he got a 4-year contract. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he gonna play. You know what I mean? But it's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, that situation is a joke. And like, I understand for Lakers fans, if you're a Laker fan, you're a LeBron fan, I understand, you know, you're a little bit biased to that situation because you got love for LeBron. I understand that. But I just gotta call it how I see it, bro. Like, it just, you feel me? He's been practicing with NBA players his whole life. Plus and he's like, yeah, but he's still not, like, bro, that don't matter, bro, because you've been practicing around NBA players your whole life. Yeah, it matters if it matters. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter if it don't help you. Like, I'm just going off of what I see. Like, he's not like bro, this is like, it's being forced. Like, Bronny doesn't even seem like he even really care like that. He just seemed, it feel like he just going along with it just because this is what his dad want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to play basketball, so I guess I'll play basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. Bronny kind of like, he don't look like he don't even damn near care. You feel me? Like, he like, hey, whatever. But, you know, that's all I'm saying about that, bro. I ain't trying to hate on the young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling how I see it. I talk shit, and I'm gonna make funny jokes, and I'm gonna say he ass cheeks and all that. You know what I mean? But I don't mean to be, you know what I mean? I just mean to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to hate on him. I'm just calling it how I see it. You feel me? But as far as the Lakers winning it in 2020, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, that's basically 5 seasons ago now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially the 2019-2020 season. So that season started in 2019, bro. Just like this season is starting in 2024. That's 5 years ago, bro. You talking about 5 years ago now. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know that championship is always going to get a like an asterisk by it, just because like that was the pandemic year, bro. That was the Mickey Mouse, the Disney World Championship. No fans, no travel. Come on, man. It just is what it is. I feel bad for Lakers fans because that championship, and LeBron fans because that championship is always going to be viewed like that. You know what I'm saying? I totally disagree emphatically, and I don't give a fuck if they in the NBA or not. I totally disagree with players like Damian Lillard, especially Damian Lillard, when you hear him say it was that championship right there was actually harder to win. Nigga, how the fuck would you know? Damian Lillard, you ain't won shit. How the fuck would you know how easier or hard? You think I want to hear that from you? I don't want to hear that from you. Let me hear that from a champion, and I won't even agree with a champion when he say that. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'll be more apt to listening and hearing what he has to say because he's a champion. You ain't won shit. I'm not finna sit here listening to no Damian Lillard tell me, yeah, you know, that the bubble championship was actually the most hardest championship to win. Nigga, you had 4 months off in between. It's like you had that season had 2 off seasons. You had the off season before the season started. Then you had 4 months off from March to fucking August when the season resumed, damn near 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Then when you resume play, you are playing in one location. You don't have to travel. All of that stuff is taxing on the body to have to travel, get on planes, get off planes. Like, bro, you are at one location and you damn near just gotta walk to the arena. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta fly nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Ain't no fans. So the visiting team, bro, there's no fans, so there's no real atmosphere of. It's like, come on, bro. Like, to me, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That was not that champion. I'm glad the Warriors didn't win it that year. I am glad. I'm glad the Warriors didn't win it that year because, that's all motherfuckers would have been saying. You know what I'm saying? Is that. So I'm actually glad the Lakers won it that year. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Kobe Bryant. He was one of my favorite players, and I never had issues with the Lakers either. It's just I don't like LeBron James as a player. I'm a well-known bona fide LeBron James hater. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of it. So once LeBron went over there, I'm like, fuck, I can't fuck with the Lakers like that. Warriors. The Golden State Warriors is my team. Random NPC. Golden State Warriors. Yeah. The team that LeBron James just can't seem to beat. You know what I mean? I know he didn't beat him, once or twice, but we beat him more than he beat us. Let's just say that. Little old Steph Curry. Little old teeny weeny, skinny little Steph Curry. LeBron James supposed to be the big macho man. Big, I'll boil you over, boil you. You know what I'm saying? Hill, Buddy Hill. Okay, so you bringing me back. That was because this live right here is supposed to be about some of the Warriors' woes over the past 2 games. You know what I'm saying? And that's another point that I wanted to make about that is that so now, the honeymoon for Buddy Hield has first off, overall, I love Buddy Hield. I love him. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving Buddy Hield. But the honeymoon phase is over now. Like those first 10 games, he was, shooting the lights out. He was, now he's kind of coming back down to reality a little bit. You know what I mean? The past 5-6 games just kind of like, been normal. But I feel like what Buddy Hield gave us those first 10 games of the season, I feel like he's going to be more towards that the majority of the season than like the last 5 or 6 games. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving Buddy Hield. I'm loving Buddy Hield because it's a surprise. He's essentially like Klay Thompson's replacement somewhat, even though Klay Thompson was a starter, but I believe that that's kind of the role that Steve Kerr wanted Klay to play for the team now. You know what I'm saying? With him being later on in his career, and I just don't think Klay would as accomplished as he is, I just don't think that he was ready to fully take on the role of coming off the bench like that. And I understand it. You know what I mean? That's Klay Thompson. Nigga, I done contributed to 4 championship rings. He didn't come off the bench. I ain't, nigga, what? But what Buddy Hield is doing right now, I feel like that's what they wanted Klay Thompson to fully embrace. You know what I'm saying? And so I love what Buddy Hield is doing. He coming off the bench like old school microwave Benny Johnson, lighting that shit up. You feel me? He's still top 4 in percentage though. Yeah, I'm not too you know, I'm not too familiar with the numbers and shit like that. I'm just kind of going off of what I see, and you know what I mean, and just the overall eye test. You know what I mean? Like in those first 5 to 10 games, I mean, he was lighting it up. You know what I mean? He was looking like the new Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just saying that, you know, he didn't kind of came back down to reality a little bit. That's all I'm saying. But you feel me? Like I said, and I expect that. I don't expect him to, the way he was shooting them first 5 or 10 games. Like this, you're not going to keep that up the whole year. If you keep that up the whole year, you gonna fucking like this gonna be one of the greatest shooting seasons of all time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. Be giving me my top 5. My top 5. What? You said give me your top 5. It looked like you said my top 5 all. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, my top 5 all time. Okay, I didn't see it over here. My top 5 basketball players all time. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah. So I don't know how old you are, random. You know what I'm saying? But I'm what they would call an OG now. You know what I'm saying? I don't look my age. I'm a little older. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s and in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So my top 5 is, you know, based off of, I'll say three players in my top 5 I never seen play like that. You know what I'm saying? They was before my time, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 players in my top 5 I actually seen play, but still, this is still my top. So my top 5 is Jordan 1, Kobe 2. Those are the 2 players that I actually seen play. 3, Magic. I didn't see Magic like that because at the time I started playing basketball and started paying attention to basketball in 92, 93. Magic had already he already had the HIV, so he had retired. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't paying attention yet. You know what I'm saying? So I got Magic at 3. I got Kareem at 4. I never seen Kareem play like that. So I know the game. So and then I got Bird at 5. Similar with Magic. I didn't see Bird like that. I didn't see him play. I just, you know what I mean? I know the game. I know the history of the game. You know what I'm saying? But that's my top 5. You know what I'm saying? My top 5 is Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Magic 3, Kareem 4, Larry Bird number 5. And then I have a reason I can explain perfectly why I have all of those players ranked over LeBron James. Michael Jordan, I don't need to explain. That's self-explanatory. But the other 4, you feel me, because I know in this era with the new, actually at my age, I'm still considered a millennial. You know what I mean? They say the millennial age go from like the early 80s, like 81 to like 90. If you was born from 81 to like 95 or 96, you a millennial. And then after that is the, you know what I'm saying? So, but for me, you know what I'm saying? For all the new age, the 20, the teenagers and the 20 and some of the 30-year-olds maybe, but mostly the teenagers and the 20-year-olds, to not have LeBron James in your top 5 is like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just never, blah, blah. Like, bro, like, there's a reason why I have all of those players over LeBron James, bro. Like, I seen LeBron James's career and I seen how he won his championships, bro. I don't forget things, okay? And I know how all of those other players won their championships. See, with LeBron James's championships, we want to forget what happened. I don't have a problem with you going to go team up. I'm just saying, you can't. All of those players that I got above LeBron James, they all took a team that was nothing, bro, and made it to something and won a championship. They didn't have to, I'm not saying they didn't fail at some point in the beginning, but it never got to a point to where they said, I'm not going to be able to do it here. I got to go leave and go team up with somebody else that's another top 5 player in the league that had already won a championship, you know what I'm saying, and was already a finals MVP, and another top 10 player in the league in Chris Bosh. And that's cool if you want to do it that way. I'm just saying, there's levels to champion. A championship is a championship. So if you won a championship, you won a championship. I am saying there's levels to it though. So to me, and so when we talk about LeBron James now, the thing that frustrates me is that they talk about him like he just won those championships. Like, bro, he always had another 2 or 3 top players in the league on his team. Not that Magic didn't. Magic had Kareem and had Worthy, but I'm saying, like, those were teams that were organically put together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like a collusion of, we gonna get together. This is what they was trying to do in Miami, okay? And it's all good, but I'm saying what they were trying to do was stack the deck. So what LeBron James was trying to do was stack the deck so much to make it where it's like he didn't want to, like, it's like he didn't want to compete no more. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to make it so overwhelmingly uneven that it's impossible that we can't lose. You know what I mean? Because I need to get this championship, and he still lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm saying, so that you get that championship. Then, the championship with Kyrie in Cleveland, that's the one that they consider his most, earned championship or whatever. But Kyrie, the one that hit the shot. And they don't talk about in that game 5 that Kyrie had 41 points just like LeBron James had 41 points. You feel me? So I'm just saying that, and they had Kevin Love. People forget, I'm sorry, bro. People forget what Kevin Love was, bro. Like, Kevin Love, and this is another thing, like, when these star players go play with LeBron James, they always have to take a part of their game away. They're never the same player that they was before. Like, these star players turn into role players. LeBron James get this moniker of making teammates better. No, he makes role players better. Like like the spot up shooters, the Dellavedovas and all that. But the star players, when they go play with him, their light gets diminished. It gets dimmed, and then he gets all the credit. Like, he did it by himself. That's the problem, bro. And so that's what I mean when I say I don't forget how these championships happen. And then when it gets too hard, okay, feel like I can't win no more in Miami, okay, D-Wade done. All right, I gotta go over here. You know what I'm saying? You get that one championship over there. Now you want to team up with Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And it's like, bro, but LeBron gets all of the credit when Anthony Davis should be getting just as much, if not more, credit. Kyrie Irving should have got just as much, if not more. Same way with D-Wade. And then when you look at how he lost against Dallas in 2011, come on, bro. Like, he was like, bro, he wasn't ready for the spotlight. You absolutely got your heart took, bro. Like, that never happened to Jordan or Kobe. They may have lost here or there and lost a game. Now, when Jordan started winning, he never lost again. But I'm saying before that, but they never, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. It ain't no way to prove it. I know for a fact, ain't no Michael Jordan team losing to that Dallas Maverick team. Period, point blank. It's just not happening. Nigga, JJ Barea, Jason Terry, Deshaun Stevenson. Come on, man. Michael Jordan would have used and abused them. Like, LeBron James had to learn and grow to be mentally tough. Like, he had to like grow into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they punked him in 2011, bro. My fault. Let me see. Bro, no, LeBron is crazy, man. Come on now. Like, the guys know number one scoring, top 5 assists. It had the most pressure of all time. So this is what I'll say to that. So as far as having the most pressure all time, I'll give you that. I'll say that LeBron came into the league with so much hype, bro. So much hype. And I actually feel like he exceeded it. Not only did he match the hype, and he like not only did he live up to the hype, he actually exceeded it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I got LeBron in my top 10. I don't have him in my top 5, you know what I'm saying? But I got him in my top 10, you know what I'm saying? And I never said he wasn't an all-time great player. I do feel like it's a little bit now. And so when you say number one in scoring, bro, all of that's a dope achievement. Because that's a longevity is to be respected, but it doesn't make you the greatest, bro. It just doesn't. It can make you the greatest, like in Tom Brady's, in Tom Brady's, like, for example, for Tom Brady, it did make him the greatest, but only because he ended up exceeding Joe Montana. Like, he won more championships than Joe Montana. You feel me? So that's what it took. Like he got 7, bro. And then he won his last one with a whole different team without Bill Belichick. It's like, it's over, bro. Like, Brady is the GOAT. Like, it's stopping. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron hasn't done that when it comes to Jordan. Like it's so much stuff, bro. It's so much stuff I can get into when it comes to this Jordan LeBron. I actually feel like Jordan shouldn't be compared to nobody, bro. I feel like no one has, like, he should, like, I feel like the debate should be Kobe versus LeBron. Like, that's a debate that I'll be willing to have, you know what I'm saying? But it's dope that LeBron James has the most scoring, you know what I'm saying? He's the all-time scoring leader and all that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because that says that you were hella good for hella long. You know what I'm saying? But the objective of the game, bro, is to win, bro. There are clips you can find it on the internet. There are clips of Michael Jordan deliberately saying, like, bro, and if you go look at the numbers, if you go look at, like, what Jordan did, bro, and he did all that, like, dude, like, if Jordan would have played as long as LeBron James, like, he would have that record. He even said it himself, bro. You can go back and find the interview. He said stats don't matter. He said it's about winning. You know what I mean? He said, now, the only way where stats might matter is for somebody 20, 30, 40 years down the line that didn't see me play. And only thing that they have to go back and look on is to go back and look at my numbers. Well, now you can go back and you on YouTube. But at the time when he said this in the 90s when there was no YouTube and all of that. So the interview where he said this is from the 90s. So he's not thinking about a time in the future where you're going to be able to go back and see all of it. You know what I mean? Not like he played in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, it's footage of it. But, now on YouTube, you can go just pull up whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was saying that that's how stats would matter, is for somebody 20, 30 years down the line that never seen him play, you know what I mean, and they wanted to know how good he was or whatever, they can go back and look at his numbers, his career numbers, as a reference to how good he was. But he said, other than that, it's about winning. He's like, if I cared about stats, he said, I would be going after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. He said, but I don't care about that. Like, I care about winning. And that's the reason why he retired twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't chasing nothing or chasing nobody. Like, LeBron is still chasing after that ghost of Michael Jordan. So that's the reason why, like, people don't realize, bro, Michael Jordan essentially did all that shit in 13 years, bro. 13 years. He did all of that. Okay? 6 championships, because you had his rookie year, right? His second year, he broke his foot. He broke his ankle. So he was out for the majority of the year, then came back right before the playoffs. And then that's the year where, in his second year, where he went and scored 63 points against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs, and Larry Bird called him Jesus and sneakers. You feel me? That was his second year, but he missed basically that whole sophomore year. So throw that year out. So then you got his third year. Okay, by his third year, I believe it was either by his third or his fourth year, they was already going to the Eastern Conference Finals, getting bounced out by the fucking Detroit Pistons. You feel me? And then in his 7th year in the 90-91 season, after already knocking at the door for the previous 2 years, they finally broke through and they won the championship. You know what I'm saying? And so in his 7th year, he won his first championship. In his 8th year, he won his second championship. In his 9th year, he won his third championship. Okay? That's a three-peat. That was the first three-peat that had happened since Bill Russell Celtics. So Michael Jordan did something that hadn't happened in 30 years. Okay, in the NBA, won back to back to back. Bird didn't do it. Kareem didn't do it. Magic didn't do it. Moses Malone didn't do it. Isaiah Thomas didn't do it. None of them none of them won 3 in a row. Okay, so he did that. Then he retired. Okay, his dad got killed. He retired. He felt like, man, this shit too easy. There's nothing. I won 3 championships in a row. That shit ain't happening over fucking 30 years. I ain't got nothing else to prove. Let me go play baseball. Imagine that. Imagine LeBron James stopping right now and stopping in the prime of his fucking career and going to go say, hey, I'm finna go play baseball. That's one of the most, you know how hard it is to hit a major league pitcher's baseball? You know how your hand-eye coordination gotta be to be able to even put a bat on the ball, let alone get a fucking hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a real professional to hit a ball coming at you fucking 95 miles an hour that look like it's finna hit your ass in the face, and then that shit just dart to the fucking ground. Yeah, he went to go do that. Like, that's some gangsta ass shit, right? Bam. Then when he got his itch back to play basketball, he came back. Okay? Won 3 more in a row. Not only did he win 3 in a row, so his ninth year, he won his 3rd in a row. The next year he retired. 93, 94, he was done. 94, 95, he came back, but with only 17 games left in the season. Okay? He wasn't himself. He missed a fucking whole year and a half. We know that he wasn't himself because once he came back and they got bounced by the Orlando Magic in the 2nd round in 95, okay, once he had a full summer of complete off-season training to get back into basketball shape. The next season, his first full season back, they broke the all-time fucking lead. They broke the all-time single-season win record and won 72 games. No team had ever won 70 games. His first full season back. Okay, he was the now he did this 4 times. Okay, he was the league MVP, finals MVP, all-star game MVP, all defensive first team, all NBA first team. Like, bro, like, stop it, bro. Okay, so that would be so. Okay, so we're going to count the year that he came back from playing baseball. We're going to count that as his 10th season. So they didn't win it in his 10th season, right? Then his 11th season, he wins his 4th championship. In his 12th season, he wins his 5th championship. And people don't realize that 5th championship, when they went back to back in 96 and 97, they won 69 games. They almost won 70 games back to back. They had 69 wins with 2 games to go in the season and lost the final 2 games of the season. They could have won fucking 70 games in back-to-back seasons. Anyway, so in his 12th season, they win his 5th championship. In his 13th season, he wins his 6th championship. So that's basically, he's averaging, every other year, I'm winning a championship. Then he retires again. Okay? So Michael Jordan essentially did everything he did in 13 years, okay? 10 scoring titles. Nobody else has more than 4. I think Kevin Durant is the only player that has Kevin Durant is second behind Michael Jordan in scoring titles with 4. Okay, but Jordan got 10. Okay, LeBron only got fucking 1. Even Steph got 2. Steph got 2 scoring titles. Okay, so he got 10 scoring titles. He won a Defensive Player of the Year. Think about that. Defensive Player of the Year award is usually reserved for a player that defense is their specialty. Okay, so meaning players like Draymond Green, Dennis Rodman, Ben Wallace, Sidney Moncrief, players that Rudy Gobert, players where defense is their niche, like that's what they do. Usually players like Michael Jordan, offensive player, like they don't usually win Defensive Player of the Year awards. So come on, man. So I'm just saying, the total stats thing is, I'm saying all that to say the total stats thing, bro, is something that is to be respected. But all it and it means something. But he's like, that's what he's playing for. Like Jordan still got 30,000 points. You know what I'm saying? At the time when Jordan went over 30,000 points, bro, I think he was only the 4th or 5th player in the history of the game to go over 30,000. You know what I'm saying? So now now in the 30,000 club, obviously, you got LeBron, you got Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dirk Nowitzki is in there now. So it's 6. I think it might be one more. There might be one more that I'm forgetting. And my bad about that. But But yeah, so but I'm going off of like, dude, like I seen both play. I seen Michael Jordan play and I seen LeBron James play. I seen both of them. I don't have no dog in the fight. Like I like if I like off of what I seen, if LeBron James, if I feel like LeBron James was better, I would just say it. Like I have no reason to like just say Michael Jordan was better just because to me he was a superior player. He just was. You know what I'm saying? Like he just in every way he was more skilled. Like this is the thing about Michael Jordan. He had absolutely no weaknesses on the court. There's very few players that come across the NBA that they don't have a weakness. Kobe Bryant was another player that didn't have a weakness, and notably, those are the top two players on my list. You know what I'm saying? So my bad. You know, I went off on a tangent. I'm talking a lot. Motherfucker probably logged off. So my dude, random NPC I was talking to, he probably ain't even on here no more. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just give my little spiel. D-Wade was past his prime though. D-Wade was not past his prime when LeBron went over there. He was not. He was not. By the time LeBron left 4 years later, okay, yeah, injuries had started to mount up. He was a little bit past his prime, yeah. But at the time when in 2010, when they decided to join up, he was not past his prime. He was a top 5 player in the league, for sure. Like, for sure. Yeah, it had been 4 years since they had won a championship in 2006, but he won that championship very, very early in his career. I think it was his second year. It was his second or third year when they won that championship. So, you know what I mean? And then they had the taste of defeat for like 3 or 4 years in a row. They wanted to get back to the top. So then they, you know what I mean? But D-Wade was not past his prime when him and Chris Bosh and LeBron James teamed up. Like that, he was not. That's not true. Everyone needs help. Like Scotty is a Hall of Famer. Dennis Rodman is a Hall of Famer. Like, yeah. Like, okay, I don't mean to say I don't mean to say that Michael Jordan didn't have like any type of help. I'm just saying we're talking about but we're talking about the Kobe's, the LeBrons, the Stephs, the Jordans, the Magics. All of them had help. But I'm saying we just, for this conversation, we're keeping it on the main, we're keeping it on the number one player. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, what I said didn't make it seem like I'm saying that Michael Jordan didn't need help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he needed help. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he did have some help, but his help wasn't nothing like and that's what I'm saying. To me, like what Michael Jordan had was help. What LeBron James had, that's not help. Like that's like help is when someone is maybe a little bit inferior to you, but they help in a way that you in something that you can't necessarily do. You know what I mean? Or maybe not something that you can't necessarily do. They just a little bit of extra help. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron and D-Wade, that's not like D-Wade was not like help for him. It was help to help him win a championship, but it wasn't help like I'm up here, nigga, you down there. Yeah, LeBron James is the better player, but at that time, he still hadn't won a championship. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm not saying Michael Jordan didn't need help. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that. Remember, Jordan got benched against the Blazers in the finals, but no one peeped that. No, I do. I recognize that. I didn't forget that. I didn't forget that at all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't forget that at all. Paxson hit shots. B.J. Armstrong hit shots. Steve Kerr hit shots. Tony Kukoc hit shots. Scottie Pippen hit shots. Everybody hit shots. So, yeah, like, LeBron fans, you guys take it to, like, I wish I would have read those comments while Random was still on here, because I know he ain't on here no more because I don't see him typing that. So I know he probably logged off. He probably was like, man, he just trying to, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things, bro. Like, I remember Jordan, like, he was pressing a little bit too much, and Phil Jackson said, come over here with me and sit down for a little while. Let's give your teammates a chance, you know what I'm saying? To see if they could, right the ship. And they did that. And then once Michael Jordan came back in, he was Michael Jordan again. So credit to Phil Jackson for that. But that's basically it, bro. I just wanted to speak on that. You feel me? I'm finna log off though, but yeah, I just wanted to say that about the Warriors, man. It's just frustrating because I thought we had got past that stage of blowing leads, and it looks like we still got a little bit of that in us. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. They play the Thunder. That ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? So, especially we didn't already beat them, so they're gonna want their get back and their payback and all that. So hopefully they can get a win though, so we don't be on a fucking 3-game losing streak going into Thanksgiving. That's why they should have got one, if not both of those games that they just blew against inferior teams. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are just some of the things that have me frustrated about it. Steve Kerr, you got to get Steph and Draymond back in the game sooner, man, when we done blew a lead and you see that the game is that we're blowing the lead. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Snax on Sports. I'm gone. I'll be back with another one. You dig?